if you are joining me live. It's been a while. I'm doing a few lives this week, so you'll be able to see them all scheduled in on my Facebook business page, Emma Cooper Online. If you want to go and check those out, if you're on my email list, I'll be sending those out as well, so you get to see them. So it's time to talk about some serious stuff that's been going on behind the scenes. Hello, everyone. Hey, Joe. Good to see you. I'm not sure all my equipment is working well. You know what I'm like with this online stuff. But if you're catching me, just say hi in the comments so I know you're here. I can say hi back. Hey, Jen. Good to see you. Good to see you guys. I know. It's the fifth time I've been live in a while, especially this time of night. Good to see you. Hello. Good to see you. Okay. Well, this live is a little bit different. I wanted to be really honest with you about some things that have been going on behind the scenes, but I've also talked a little bit about things. Hi, Janet. A little bit about things on social media. Hey, Barrett. Good to see you. Because let's be real, you know, we all have those moments, don't we? Like life stuff is going on and we all question. And who's going to be like brutally honest in the comments? Anyone ever felt like walking away from the online space? Hey, Amy. Hey, Vic. Hey, Joe. Walking away from the online space and just saying, in all honesty, like, screw this. I can't be asked anymore. Just want to hide. Anyone else? Just me? Just me. I hope not. I hope not. But we are going to talk about it honestly, because we don't always share things immediately. I know you have, Joe. And I know this is why it's so important to talk about this in just a real, honest, raw way. And if you can just be honest in the comments too, I think it'll help everybody else who sat there like, she can't see that I'm on, but I'm listening because I felt the same, or I feel the same, or I'm about to walk away from it as well. It can take you some time to digest, I think, like how you're feeling. And no one wants to react sharply. But sometimes I think if you're an online business owner, you know, you felt like I'm just either sick of being online, or I'm just sick of social media, or I'm sick of trying to think about the fact that I should be showing up, you know, online more. Or maybe like your head is completely full of trying to like work out your business, and you always think, because let's be honest, what are we marketed to? Like everything you see online is that, you know, you've got to be showing up, whether it's like doing 3 reels a day, or you've got to be going live 5 times a week, or you've got to be doing this, that, and the other. And I just find like it's all so overwhelming. So if you're with me and you feel the same, just type with me in the comments, or with you. That'll be better. You feel me, Emma. Okay, every day. I know. It must be your sound, Ange, because it's all the sounds working okay. And Karen, you bring up a good point of like, I feel like, you know, I've not really ever been on it properly. And you're like, what is on it though? What is on it? Just what we're marketed to, what we should be doing? Like, really, it's not true. It's not true. And I'm just going to share a little bit with you that like about a year ago now, maybe just a little under a year ago, I should say, I had really one of these big wake up calls, and I give things a lot of thought. So when I felt like I want to walk away, I just want to maybe just live in a farm-like environment, just grow my own vegetables, like go back to before social media was around, and maybe just do that life. So tonight I'll be sharing what has changed for me personally and why it's shifted a lot of things in life and also in business. Why my old way of doing business, you know, wasn't really cohesive then to like the new things that had happened in my life and where I wanted to go forward. I'll share with you the 4 things that I've done that have made my business sustainable even when life happens. Because that's the thing, life does happen. I'll talk to you a little bit about that. So even when life happens, I've built this sustainable model. And that's not just successful, but truly sustainable. We're going to talk about that. And then I'll give you a little sneak peek into something new as a result of all this. So some of you know that we've been on a bit of a journey with my youngest son, Archie, who was like, he's my rainbow baby after many, many losses after I had my first son, William, who's now turning 11 in March. And I happened to be pregnant when my sister was ill, of course. And when she passed away in 2021, Archie was born 2 months later. Now, I don't want to be controversial. I'm not going to talk about I am going to talk a little bit about vaccinations, but I mean, I don't know. I don't want to go into it too much. I don't want to get like loads of like opinions, so you can keep those. But just to say, when Archie had his 16-month vaccinations, within days, because I've looked back through all the videos and everything, he changed into a completely different child. So before then, all milestones, he was talking, all of this stuff. And then at 16 months, massively, massively regressed. And of course, you know, it's weird, again, not to be too controversial, but they say that autism, classic sign, is regression at 16 months, but you also have a vaccination at 16 months. So I don't know. Let's just say he's not having any more, but there we go. But within days of those, like Archie completely changed, like really dramatically. But, you know, saying, you know, I'm not an anti-vax or anything like that. Although, you know, I am a mum who wants to figure out like the why and the how and how I can help my son, right? So he then started being, I would say, like 95% in Archie's world and 5% of the time kind of like with us. And it changed our family massively. So we weren't able to do sort of normal things, which of course really impacted William as well. We couldn't go and eat out as a family. We couldn't go on days out, trips. Home life became like incredibly difficult. And if any of you have children with autism or whatever they say this stuff, I mean, I just don't even know, right? Then you'll know like it's really, really difficult, and it affects everything, your relationships, right? Marriages, friendships, like it affects an awful lot. We decided to come back to the UK because we had been living in Spain to figure it out with him, I guess. Also my cousin, she's not my cousin, actually, I think she's my second cousin, but my cousin's daughter, we call each other cousins, was also diagnosed with like a rare and aggressive cancer. And I really wanted to support her and also her family and my cousin, because they've been so wonderful with us, with Nick. And you might see Freya actually, because she is my new team member. So she's bored because she's off school with the chemo and everything. And she's like, can I come and work for you? I'm like, yeah, you can. So she's in my office with me a couple of days a week. And so you might be seeing her on my stories and stuff like that. So, and she's amazing and she learns so fast. And her chemo brain is better than my normal brain. So Freya is a great asset to the team. So I guess with Archie, like I knew it was coming. I knew we were going to get a diagnosis. But I guess it made me realize just something huge, I guess, around my business, the way I built it, maybe wasn't set up in that time to completely support like where I had to then go. And this is the thing in business. It doesn't matter what business you have, doesn't matter how successful it is, doesn't matter how you run it even, it will change over time. And when life happens, you better be sure that you're going to have to readdress everything. So I want to reassure you guys as well that maybe you haven't reached any big levels of success in your business. Maybe you have. Maybe you think like, oh, I change my mind all the time, or, you know, I'm able to do more now and less then. This is just life. And the key is to find a way of how you run your business, not what you do, but how you run your business to enable you. You know, when they talk about freedom businesses, it is building a business that enables you that when life happens, it doesn't just stop. And you are able to kind of pivot and make sure that the business is never really running you, but you're running it. Does that make sense? Just give me a yes in the comments and I'll know I'm kind of, you know, talking to my people, I guess. But with Archie, we got his official diagnosis. In fact, we've got 2 diagnoses, but we're fighting one of them because I don't want that one. It's not like we have a choice, but By the way, I'm not the expert. Like, my auntie is guiding me, right? So anyway, I've got this on my hands now. It's never straightforward, right? So I'm emailing every day and I'm speaking to all the professionals. It's just so we've also got that. But what we've decided is that so it started today. So today it started that Archie will be, I say homeschooled, like he's not even of school age yet. He doesn't start school till September. However, we have a lot of work to do with Arch so that he is at the right stage, I guess, to go to mainstream school. So I've hired a one-to-one teacher to come to the house Monday to Wednesday. Got him a little classroom. That's why I'm in the corner of my office now. This is like not even my office anymore. So we've got him a teacher, and I go and pick up his horse on Sunday because this is amazing therapy, and we're really excited about that. We used to have horses when we were younger, and so that, you know, we've always kind of that life. So yeah, we'll go back to that with Archie, which will be good fun. So just lots and lots of changes, and some of you, you know, might have that in your life, your businesses. I know that when my sister got diagnosed, my life completely changed. My businesses completely changed at that point, because life happens, my friends. So with homeschooling-ish, and getting that kind of support, and he's still going to go to nursery 2 days a week, just so he has the social element. But they're all big changes, you know, and I did consider at that point, like, should I just come away completely? I could see myself with, you know, one of the little pinnies, baking, cooking, doing the mummy thing. And not that that's what the mummy thing is, because it's like hectic as hell, right? And it's easier to be a CEO than it is to be full-time mums. So if any of you are full-time mums, like, I absolutely salute you, but my God. But yeah, just some big changes to consider, really. You know, should I walk away from it all completely? Should I stop coaching? Should I, be mum only? And the truth is, I thought about it long and hard, and I really, 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 really love what I do. I love the impact that I make with my business coaching. I love the impact that I make with my membership. I love the impact that I allow my experts, because they have such an impact on our students in my membership, and that all my experts have. My Platinum Inner Circle and the access, the one-to-one access that they have with experts as well. The in-person events that we've been doing, which has been just amazing. I love that. Like face-to-face, it's just all really fulfilling, and came to the point where I just thought I can't give it all up. I really, really love it. I wouldn't feel like me. And so you've got to consider those things, haven't you? Like giving to your family and everything, and then you. But I needed to look at how I was doing business. And really at that point, I had one main strategy in my business, which was live launching. So I would open the doors to my membership. I would close the doors to my membership. I wouldn't sell in between, because they were really big cash injections. I would need to. And that's, you know, what I would do. And let's be honest, everyone who knows me knows I'm a launch queen. I freaking love launching. I love the high energy moments. I love how many people you get to connect with. I love how many people you get to help in a free challenge, that even if they don't come into your membership by your program, they take massive action from what they've learned, because you give them amazing value in those. And then they go on to make really big changes, and they tell you about it, and you're like, freaking hell, this is amazing, right? It just absolutely fires me up. But running a business that relies solely on launches, I didn't think that was a sensible idea, especially with how things were going, like within my family, right, with Archie. Because what if I was about to do a big launch and Archie, I don't know, mega needs me for something, or I got to go somewhere with him or go away? Or what if I'm ill? Touch wood, I've never been ill on a live launch, but what if? And I just started thinking about all these things, right? It can be unpredictable. So I started to think about, okay, what are the options that I have, and how could I do it in a way that I'd actually enjoy it? So the wake up call was like shifting from a launch only style business into daily sales and launches. So it was a mix. So this was my wake up call. Like, I need to feel fulfilled. I needed a business that could run smoothly, consistently, in a way I really enjoyed. And I realized so many other people also felt the same way. As I started talking about it more, I realized with a lot of my friends who also run multiple seven-figure business, they're like, yes, I need some of that as well. How do you do it? I'm like, when I figure it out, I'll share it with you. I'll show you. So the one thing I was thinking about, and let me know if you feel the same about this, but social media was peeing me off, which is why I think most people get to the stage of like, want to walk away from the online stuff. Or I've seen so many people give up on their businesses because they're like fighting algorithms, trying to like grow an audience, and just like, I'm getting nowhere. And yet it takes up most of your freaking time. You sit there behind a device every day, or behind your thing, your computer or your laptop, and you're just like, I don't know what to flip and post, but I know I need to show up to like, you know, say I'm running my business. I'm being consistent. And content creation, I can honestly say, was the bane of my life for like 10, 11 years. Anybody else feel the same? Just drop a yes. Because, you know, I would think like, oh, I think I'm getting it right. I would put so much time and effort into it. And then I had this like realization. I was putting so much time and effort into thinking about all this stuff. And I would follow what all the gurus say, and like 3 reels a day, be this in your stories, post this on your Facebook. If you're using LinkedIn, do it this way. If you're using lives, do it this way. Post more, basically. It was always post more, share more content. And I had the moment of like, hang on a minute. When you're posting on your social media, like take Instagram, for example, or Facebook, right? You think about this for freaking ages. And then once you've posted it, let's say a week or 2 weeks goes by, let's be honest, no one's ever looking at that again. Even if they go through and have a binge of your profile, like they're not going to go back 3 months, right? They're not going to go back 6 months. I'm like, why are we all focusing so much on social media content? Why are there like millions and millions of courses teaching people like how to do social media, when once you've done it, it's gone? That doesn't seem sensible or logical to me. And so at this point, I felt like I'd been caught up in this wave of online business shizzle for so long, and thought, why have I never thought about this like really, really logically? Why have I never thought more about what I call now legacy content? Content that you put out there that when someone Googles your amazing freaking Facebook post that got 2 likes, but you know is amazing content, why is that not going to come up? Is it on a Google search, right? There's no SEO behind it. It's not like the posts that you're really giving time to, the reels that you're taking time to like create, to try and go viral or whatever. No one's ever going to see them. Once they're done, they're done. And I was like, this is done. This is really done. And yeah, I don't want to work like that. And so you might notice my social media is really, really, really slowed down. But interestingly, my audience has grown more since I slowed down than it ever has. And before anyone you say, oh, you pay for ads to build your audience. Yeah, I do. But I've got a 7-figure business and I spend £1,000, just under, sometimes just over £1,000 on ads a month. But my audience grows by over 2,000 a month. And a lot of people get stuck in this like social media hamster wheel, like I did for so long, and they never learn like legacy content. So what you'll be seeing more of from me as a result of all these kind of like epiphanies and thoughts and the work that I've been doing, because I made big decisions this year to step back from guaranteed revenue, to step into what like feels good, makes logical sense. I don't want to be wasting my time doing stuff just because like people say that it works, but actually I know that all the big business owners that I know, they're all kind of doing something similar, like a strategy that I've put into my business that has worked, has allowed me to, you know, take that step back, to be mum to Archie, to get to this point where we're figuring it out. We've got this new kind of plan in place with him and everything. And I figure like I'm going to share more of exactly what that looks like and how exactly I've done that. So my focus has changed. I have a content system, which by the way, I've never enjoyed creating content ever. Like, always confuse the life out of me. Anyone else get really confused when people talk about pillars, angles, hooks, buckets? I'm like, no matter how much I listen, and I can tell you, I've watched thousands of videos, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I'm like, okay, can we not make this simpler? Can we not have a system where we can create content like really quickly? It is what it needs to be, and then we crack on. And I don't have to spend a shed load of time on social media, but my business is going to be growing. Like, if we can find that, that would be amazing. Well, I didn't find it, but I figured it out. You'll be happy to know, right? Anyone, just type happy in the comments if you're really happy to know, because I have a content system now. I have a strategy and a system. So a strategy is the plan. A system is how that plan works, right? The step-by-step of how you put that plan in place. So just so you know, strategy, system. So I will be focusing on more legacy content. I'll share this week. I'm going to be live every day, Monday to Thursday. I'll share more of that with you and what that looks like. I decided that I was completely shifting. I was shifting to the simple content system. So I create all content for everything. I say in under 30 minutes, it takes me around 20 minutes. So yeah, in 30 minutes a day, that's what I'm doing. Creating a little bit of content. You can also batch it and do it ahead of time, like whatever suits you. I have also mastered how to make daily sales. I'll give you an example. I sent an email about 10, 12 days ago, and I made £4,588. That is not lost on me. I'm like, crazy. And this is all because I've started selling in a way that is like supernatural. Yeah. So if you're someone who like hates selling, we don't like the push, we don't like the ick of the sale, like feeling like, oh God, I feel like I'm always selling and I'm cringing, type cringe in the comments if you feel this way too. If you're like, oh God, I don't want to send another email telling everyone how amazing my stuff is, bullet pointing, like you get this, you get this, you get this, you can buy now. Like if that just never felt authentic to me. There are times, launch time, absolutely cool to do that. You've got 7 days of it, that's it. No problem. But then I was like, well, if you're going to keep selling and you're going to make daily sales, you've got to do that all the time. Anyway, I figured out a way where like this email, for example, this style of email brings me in sales every single day. When I was trialing this out, I did 93 days streak of sales, anywhere from like as low as a £1 offer up to a £2,000 offer. And it absolutely works. Okay, it absolutely works. I'm gonna be sharing it with you. Yeah, you're the ones who like don't like the cringe too. Yeah, I call it like the ick, the cringe. I'm like, ugh, not for me. So I realized that instead of just launching, I would master daily sales, which I have done. I am obsessed with the ping, like the daily sales notification. And it feels like I haven't really done anything to deserve it. You have, but like, that's what it feels like. You're like, oh, amazing. And it makes you super confident in your business. It makes you excited. It gives you that energy. And I love it. And those students that have been putting it in place feel exactly the same way. I finally nailed the content creation. It's been like 10, 11 years. It's about time. So it works for me. It doesn't feel like a chore. And I can honestly say I've turned it around, that it is my favorite thing to do in my business, which is nuts, because if you'd have told me that's how it would go, I would have 100% of like disagreed with you, you know, put the mortgage on it kind of style. I also have focused a lot on automated audience growth. And this has been like big game changer. So many people think they've got a sales problem in their business. Oh, I can't sell enough, Emma. And then I go, well, how many people did you add to like your audience in the last 30 days? And they go, I've got 10 followers. I'm like, not followers. How many ideal clients did you add to your audience? They're like, yeah, I'm not doing it. I'm like, right, you don't have a sales problem. You have an audience growth problem. And so most people fall down in that. I'm going to talk to you about that as well this week. So I guess all of this brought me up to actually a really, really big change in my business. Because the truth is, we don't need to walk away. We just need to find a better way. And this is why I will be launching something new. The irony, right? I'm going away from launches, but I'm launching something new. And this won't be something like over promises and says like add 10,000 people to your audience overnight, you'll be earning 10K months in 8 weeks or whatever. It's nothing like that. This is about building a truly sustainable business, one that will see you through when life happens. But also this is going to come with a big name change. So it's kind of a rebrand, but it's a very, very meaningful one for me. I'm going to share that with you this week as well on these series of lives. So it was kind of like a come to Jesus moment, if you like. And I actually didn't even realize, I can't say too much, but I didn't even realize, let's just say that. So I will be at the end of March bringing out a new program, which is all around some of the points that I've just talked to you and more. If you see the link in my bio on Instagram or in this post on Facebook or also in my bio, you can click on that and join that waitlist. Now, what I'm going to say is that I want this to be, well, I know it's going to be different, a different experience. And let's just say those on the wait list, if you like a live event too, like if you love the online stuff, but you do love getting together in person, then you will probably want to click on that link and make sure you are on that wait list. Because this is something I haven't actually done before. So I'm very excited about that. But one of the things this last year that I've realized is I really love the face-to-face. Like, I really love it. I know that I can move the needle much faster if I'm in the room with you. So I've been enjoying that. So I've put that in as well. If you are clicking that link, you'll probably ruin the surprise of when I tell the name because it's kind of on there. And I'm interested to see if you kind of get the meaning behind it. Maybe some of my closer like friends, audience that I've been around for a while will kind of get that. If you click on that link and have a nosy, then kind of like the surprise is ruined for me telling you, but it's fine. I don't mind. As long as you get onto the list, then that'll be cool. So I'll be sharing all the details later this week, well, throughout the week. So make sure you're tuning into the live. It'll be good to see you on. It is very good to see you guys. Hey, Very. Hey, Wendy. Hey, Loretta. Hey, Debs. Kia, Katie, Nick. Lash, so good to see you. So tomorrow night, I'm going to be telling you why and the real reasons behind walking away from a £250,000 like guaranteed revenue launch. And I'll be super honest about that to do this instead. Wednesday, I'll be announcing something really special, the new brand, like the meaning behind it, the deeper meaning, and also where you will see that brand in different spaces. So there's quite a bit to dive into their new business kind of stuff. And yeah, I'm not looking forward to sharing, actually. I'm really scared, but I might have a glass of wine before that one. But if this live resonated with you, I would love to see you share a little bit in the comments, or you can drop me a DM or whatever, because, you know, it's about time we're all honest. Like, even people who build 7-figure businesses get stuck at the same things that people right at the beginning of their journey are stuck with. It's like the same problems, just on different levels. And actually, when you built the business and you're stuck in those like areas, those problems that like they're causing you discomfort, you don't really feel in alignment with your business. Actually, like the risk is a lot higher. But the truth is, you don't need to walk away. I will not be walking away from the online space, but I will be changing some things, which I'll share more with you about this week. So I will see you the same time tomorrow night. If you can't find the link, type link in the comments and I will get it over to you. But it's in my bio on Facebook and Instagram, and it's also in the post in the live as well. So I will catch you guys tomorrow. Have a great day tomorrow, and I'm in the morning. I'm 10 a.m. in the morning. So have a good morning. Grab a coffee and jump on live with me. I'll see you then.